Let me get this camera straight. Wow, wow. Hold on a minute. Wow, that's pretty good right there. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. Come on in. Y'all got time. Keep on coming in. Come on in. Put your jackets down. Sit down. Have your tea. Get everything ready. Y'all know what it is. Trump. Starbucks really wrote loser on a Charlie Kirk Tribute cup? We're going to get into that story. We got a lot more besides that and the controversy that's going on as well. We got some more Epstein information. We got information with your uncle Tom Holman and a lot more. But without any further ado, like I always tell you, you guys could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let me say it first so I don't mess it up. Wednesday, September the 24th, 2025. Y'all ready? Because guess what? I am. Not quite. Still waiting for our buddy here. Thank you for all the comments in the chat. You guys got your own ecosystem going on over there. I hope everybody's having a healthy and fantastic morning. You know why? Because he gave us another day to get up and do it again. And guess what? I think Okay. Got to squint my eyes to see it, but I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready. Yo. Wind it up. Wind it up. We gotta wind it up. It's time to turn it up. I said wind it up. Come on, I know you feel energy coming through my arm. I know you feel it. Wind it up. I know you can do it. I said wind it up. One more. Come on now, damn it. I'm ready to go. Okay, I guess you saw the audio went out. Now you ready? And y'all know the routine in the morning to get those pores open. I've never been taught to do this, but for some reason, it just feels so good. It's like a little mini massage. And then you take your fingers and you do that right there. Yeah, and then you wake them up and then you rub your eyebrows. You know what I'm talking about, right? Then do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. What? Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do my love. I can't hit the high. Do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy rain. Y'all ready? Do. I said, have you ever loved someone so much you thought you'd die, giving so much of yourself? It seems the only way. Tell me what you want and I will give it to you. Cause you are do. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Y'all know why I'm open, cause this if pump that B. Wednesday the 24th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, y'all. We made it another day. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. I'm out of breath, but it's all good. I just made 20 bucks from Rob B. Rob B must love that group. That group is called Soul for Real. They were discovered by none other than the legendary R.I.P. Give him his flowers, y'all. Ba-dilla-dilla-dilla-dilla-dilla-dee. That's right, Heavy D. Anybody know who Heavy D is? That's right, you guys. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to the #1 show at 6 o'clock on YouTube, I appreciate you. Y'all know what I'm about to tell you, right? First of all, what are you talking about, boy? You got to shout some people out up in here. You got to shout out people like Liberty and Justice. You got to shout out people like Sky. You got to shout out people like, who's that right there? That's Cleon right there. We also got my homie back right now, Cat Dad. Hope he's feeling better. Lord, please make the pain go away. Make Cat Dad feel much better. Cat Dad, we love you. We appreciate you. And we're asking in Jesus' name that you feel better and he takes that pain away. Amen. Everybody in the chat, that's how we rock over here. We're going to keep on moving forward because we also got my brother Mark Dorfman. We also got Jeff Spilker. And Rob B. I see some other people up in the chat right now that I want to shout out. Who else do we got up in here? We got Project Low. And you think I'm going to play around with this person right here? No, 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 no. We don't play around with Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, who's always chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Someone else that we definitely want to make sure that we put a prayer in for and say, Lord, please take the pain away. Let's give my sister some positive results and let's get some health on her and let's get her to moving forward. You guys, everybody in the comments, amen. That's how we doing it this morning. We feel good. We give ourselves our own energy. Yo, Bugatti, how can you do that every day? Because guess what? I be down like this and then I be over here like, but then as soon as I see y'all, it's like a puppy or somebody that see his mama come home. I just be so happy to see y'all. I can't help myself. So that's what turns me up if anybody got any questions. Also, do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm asking early. We trying to make sure we have a healthy crowd up in here this morning because we got a good show. Let's get it going, you guys. What we doing this morning, how I always say it, let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys. We have Trump. Starbucks really wrote loser on a Charlie Kirk Tribute cup? We're going to get into that because guess what? I got a little bit more in-depth information about this because apparently they're saying that someone went to buy a mint tea, which is like a commemorative of Charlie Kirk, correct? And they're saying that the person behind the person that actually called the barista wrote loser on the cup and gave it to that person. That's one of the headline stories right now. It's a big company at Starbucks. Let's get into it, you guys. What else we got over here? We've also got Sarah Ferguson. Y'all see her over there. Used to be royalty, still is, known as, right? Sarah Ferguson, who's been dropped from a children's charity over her Jeffrey Epstein emails. Yeah, her affiliation after the fact, calling him a very positive person and a good person that she likes to be around. I guess that charity didn't really like that, huh? Let's keep on moving forward. What else do we got? We got this kissing bug disease that's now considered to be the endemic in the United States of America. I'm not even gonna play. That bug that's flying around, trying to jump all around, that they're telling you it looks crazy, it's weird. Let me tell you something, I'm not even gonna play around with this. Last night, something happened on the block. I go to open the window, boom, tries to hit me in the face. I smack it, wash my face ridiculously, arms and everything. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why you gotta be careful of that little bug that's flying around. It's not a game, it's a kissing bug. It's trying to put a parasite in you. Let's keep on moving forward, because what else do we have? What did Jimmy Kimmel say on his show to get him fired from ABC? What did he actually say? Did he say anything direct? Did he say anything that you guys feel that he should have been canceled for? I really want to know. And guess what? Without any further ado, it's time to get to work. Let me get you guys these first clips. Good morning, everybody. Take your time. Keep on coming in. That's how we do it. Everybody who's here, everybody that's a glove, show your love. Go ahead and hit that like button and let's keep it moving. Rebecca, thank you for trying to help the person yesterday that was trying to become a member, but sometimes it has to do with their billing process as well as other things. I've got on top of that with you, but thank you so much for being the best moderator that we got up in here besides our other ones, because I don't want to play them down. Let's get into it, y'all.
Biden, the auto pen, remember? When in doubt, just give it to the guy operating. The guy who operated the auto pen was president of the United States. And he said he only spoke to Biden twice, and that was only about how's the weather. So therefore, it's illegal because you're not allowed to do that. You shouldn't use an auto pen anyway. You know, when I sign something about somebody's made a general or somebody's made a secretary of something, other than Oz, who doesn't care so much about formality, but I think it's nice to actually have a signature other than an auto pen. I think the only one he actually signed was Hunter's pardon was actually signed by him. You know how you can tell? It was like chicken scratch. My father's, you want a real signature. This was like chicken scratch, like a little thing. The auto pen looked much better. But you don't do that. You know, you have an obligation. They put these big, beautiful, oftentimes magnificent pieces of very expensive paper, very, very particularly expensive paper and a beautiful paper, and you sign it, and you know nobody wants to see. You can tell. I can tell an auto pen immediately. There's usually two little pinholes. You know what that's from? Pulling the paper. When you see the pinholes, you know it's not too original, unless somebody's using two pins to pull it across. But the auto pen is a fraud. It's a fraud. They had people like Lisa Monaco. They had people like Weissman, who wasn't in the administration, but who was pulling her shots. Andrew Weissman, bad people. These are bad people. They had bad people running our country. That's why they allowed all these people to pour into our country totally unchecked and unvetted.
You guys know he's not done yet, and I had to go get some more gaggle, some more content, some more information, because he's not done yet. What else is he up to right now? He signed an executive order designating Antifa. I don't want to say those two words. The domestic terrorist. You guys are going to learn this language after a while. And if you already know a little bit of Pig Latin, you'll get it. All I'm doing is dragging the words. So I'm saying those words. The domestic terrorist. I ain't trying to get in trouble by saying that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That was a quick lesson in Pig Latin.
Live down from Fox, I'm your host, Mike Page. Thanks again for joining us worldwide as we continue to bring you some of the day's biggest and top stories. Before leaving for New York City, President Trump did sign an executive order designating Antifa a terrorist organization. If you remember during his campaign, this was one of the promises that he made to voters that this would happen. Just a little bit ago, President Donald Trump signed this executive order designating the Antifa movement as a domestic terrorist organization. The White House said promising actions targeting left-wing groups following Charlie Kirk's assassination. And we also want to show you the message and statement from Rapid Response 47 on X saying President Donald J. Trump just signed an order officially designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. Here is the text of the order. Section 1, Antifa as a terrorist threat. Antifa as an anarchist enterprise that calls for the overthrow of the United States government, law enforcement authorities, and our system of law. It uses illegal means to organize and execute a campaign of violence and terrorism nationwide to accomplish these goals.
How do you designate who they are, though? My question. How can you designate exactly who they are if they don't tell you who they are? That's a question for me. Don't come over here telling me that I'm down with them and I'm not. Only thing I'm down with is OPP. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go to Laredo. Let's turn up a little bit and go to Laredo. Y'all ain't going to believe this. The DEA, they discovered a tunnel under this Texas vape shop, went all the way to, I'm going to let you guys see this. These tunnel people are getting real good with making these tunnels. So what they do, I guess, they buy a little shop that has an ability to disclose and hide these operations that they got going on. And they do stuff like this, y'all. Check this out.
Recently discovered on the southern border, DEA agents uncovering a 25-foot tunnel allegedly being used to smuggle drugs. The tunnel was under construction beneath a vape shop in Laredo, Texas. Authorities seizing cocaine and marijuana, as well as construction gear used to build that tunnel. News Nation's Jorge Ventura is live for us there in Laredo. Jorge, what can you tell us?
Well, Nicole, now the multi-agency investigation is underway after authorities say they were alarmed when they discovered a suspicious tunnel at this vape shop right behind me. It's that black building right
Look
here,
how
Kush
big the
Smoke
tunnel is.
Emporium. Now, this was part of an operation
The name of the spot is Kush Smoke Emporium.
dubbed Operation Vaporizer, where the DEA targeted vape shops across the country, including right here on the border in Laredo, vape shops selling illegal substances. Now, during that operation, DEA agents alongside Laredo PD uncovered a suspicious tunnel. The Webb County District Office telling News Nation that the multi-agency search was led by the DEA, that tunnel was located in the back of the shop and did lead agents to a concealed room. The DEA says the purpose for this tunnel was for illicit use and appeared to be still under construction. Authorities did seize marijuana and cocaine at the shop. The shop owner, Gilberto Pena, was arrested and charged with possession of controlled substance. Operation Vaporizer was launched to crack down on vape shops selling vape pens with THC or other illegal substances.
I don't think Gilberto looking like that right now, because he got locked up and they ain't letting him out. Watch this. I'm going to tell you why.
This is a total of 22 shops were inspected here in Laredo. Just one other arrest was made aside from Pena. Now, investigation into the tunnel is now underway for possible ties to a criminal organization. Laredo is a key entry smuggling point for some of the most dangerous cartels just across the border.
There you go, y'all. Got him for that funky green stuff, plus a little bit of that white lines. Bass. Come on, y'all. Keep on going, y'all. We got to keep moving. We're going to come on over to New York right now. We got the Secret Service that dismantled a threat before it can happen at the UN Assembly, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Good morning. Wake up.
Popping this up on your screen, it is a live look
Wake
over
up.
New York City as we are following some breaking news at this hour. The U.S. Secret Service saying it dismantled a network of electronic devices located throughout the New York tri-state area that were used to conduct multiple telecommunications-related threats directed towards senior U.S. government officials, which represented an imminent threat to the agency's protective operations. This protective intelligence investigation led to the discovery of more than 300 co-located SIM servers and 100,000 SIM cards across multiple sites. In addition to carrying out anonymous telephonic threats, these devices could be used to conduct a wide range of telecommunication attacks, and this could include disabling cell phone towers, enabling denial of services attacks, and facilitating anonymous encrypted communication between potential threat actors and criminal enterprises. Again, all of this information here just coming in from the Secret Service moments ago, and they did post this image here showing some of that equipment. They said the Secret Service dismantled a network of more than 300 SIM servers and 100,000 SIM cards in the New York area that were capable of crippling telecom systems and carrying out anonymous telephonic attacks, disrupting the threat before world leaders arrive for the UN General Assembly. A lot of world leaders there.
Imagine that, like they can shut down like the AT&T towers is basically what they're saying. Those SIMs put in certain places can basically disrupt services if any emergencies happen. Nope, shut it down. That was good work right there. That was good work. Quiet work, something that you guys probably don't understand. Me, not much at all. Good explanation though. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that we're getting, because you know we're getting it all and we're coming from all angles, trying to make sure we put that fat on our brains. Keep on moving forward, y'all. We got to keep on moving forward because they're saying our country is better than this, says Christy Noam about Gavin Newsom. He did something that was kind of crazy on the X post. Do you guys know what Gavin Newsom did? I'm not going to say the name that everybody else calls him. You guys can put it in the comments if you want. You can put it in the chat, but this is what he did.
For anyone with simple, basic common sense, it is not hard to understand why public figures, government officials, people in the public eye are a little extra sensitive to any perceived threats right now. But that did not stop California Governor Gavin Newsom's crew of keyboard warriors from posting, quote, "Kristi Noem is going to have a bad day today. You're welcome, America," on X on Saturday. It's inexplicable why people are so tone deaf. Every indication is the left has no intention of toning down this radical rhetoric. That post was immediately referred to the Secret Service for a threat assessment. And by the way, Kristi Noem has already been put in government housing because of threats.
Didn't know that.
What some have perceived as a veiled threat was apparently some sort of sick, promotion for this bill that they signed out in California that pretends to ban law enforcement from wearing masks. What, so we can dox them and identify them so that bad people can find them? Let me give you some facts first. No state government has the authority over federal agents. We do have something called the Supremacy Clause. Border enforcement is under the jurisdiction of the federal government, not state governments. And this California bill wouldn't even take effect until January anyway. So it's all meaningless symbolism for a cheap headline. Now, as the Department of Homeland Security itself posted, this is all some big, pointless and random PR stunt coming at a time when threats against ICE agents have exploded by some 1,000%. As I said, Secretary Noem herself has already had to move into military housing at one point for her own safety and the safety of her family. It's got to stop. These are serious. These are dangerous times. You know what? And people do get triggered, and people, at times get indoctrinated. And when you dehumanize Nazi, fascist, racist, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, over time, people that may not be all there begin to take it to heart and may think they're doing God's will. Here with more, Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. Well, let's get your reaction to bad day for you.
Well, it was cryptic, and it was really menacing. I would say, Sean, it immediately panicked my family and friends. Within, I would say, a couple of minutes of that being posted, I started to get text messages and phone calls, family, my kids saying, "Are you okay, Mom? Are you fine?" They know the threats that I've had. They know the threats that they've had, the things that have happened to them because of politicians like this that say things and somebody grabs onto them that has an agenda, the cartels and criminals that have threatened our family already. So when you get a post like that by a governor, immediately, my staff and family think, what is going on? What does he mean? And we're trying to figure it out. So, this is a day and age where we've always known that words matter, but there's been real consequences that we have realized that have happened to incredible people like Charlie that we'll have to live with forever. And I hope we all learn from that.
I was a long clip right there, but it was very important for you guys to get the entire rounded story. I had no idea that she was living in government housing. And then the fact that they're doing this right now at this time, it's pretty crazy right now too. So yeah, got to be careful with what people are saying, even with what you're texting. Like, what was the other one that I don't want to say about with the shells? You guys remember what I'm talking about? The one that strategically went on the beach and put the shells together with that number. You guys know what I mean. The 86, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Come on over to, we're gonna get on over to your Uncle Tom. That's right. Borders on Tom Homan responds to Gavin Newsom and his mask ban. Now that you guys know what it's about, guess what your Uncle Tom is telling Gavin Newsom about his mask ban? Y'all ready? We about to find out right now. Here we go. Let's go.
Here to discuss as White House borders are Tom Homan. All right, Tom, what's your message to not having masks, Gavin Newsom, tonight?
Well, good luck with that. Federal law always trumps state law and local law. And he asked the question, what are they afraid of? They're afraid of people like him, politicians who want to compare ICE to the Nazis. He's the one with a hateful rhetoric causing all these threats. He's one of the reasons why there's a 1,000% increase in threats against ICE officers. So ICE officers can continue what they're doing. What he isn't mentioning, yeah, they wear a mask because they don't want to be doxxed, and their kids get doxxed, and their spouses get doxxed. But they got identifying information. It shows you're from ICE or FBI or DEA, or our partners who are on these operations. They're well identified. If we arrest somebody, they'll certainly be identified because they're going to be in the arrest report. So bottom line is, we're not going to coddle to the Governor Newsom. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. He ought to be thanking ICE. He ought to be thanking President Trump for making his state safer, because every public safety threat we take off his street makes this community safer.
Well, Tom, I mean, when you think about it, I guess you guys have deported over 200,000 people now. I'm not sure the exact number. A couple of weeks ago, it was 200,000. We have 30 million or so illegals in the United States. Question for a lot of MAGA folks out there is, how do you possibly speed up this deportation? I know you're trying to hire a lot more people, but given the protests, given all the lawsuits, 200,000 people, it's not nothing, it's a lot, but it's still a drop in the bucket compared to how many people are here.
You know, we're at over 400,000 deportations, and you know, between CBP and ICE, and that's just since the president took office. The first 4 months of the fiscal year, we can't count them because you know Joe Biden wasn't doing anything. But here's what people need to understand: two things. Number one, over 1.5 million illegal aliens, close to 1.6 illegal aliens already left the country on their own. Why? Because they see what ICE is doing out there every day. One of the reasons we have the most secure border in the history of this nation is because the great work of the men and women of the Border Patrol, the great work of President Trump and his leadership, but also because ICE is out there, over 1,000 teams all across the country arresting people. So a lot of people have left, a lot of people aren't coming, which helps to secure that border. And that was a part of the strategy from the beginning. We said if we show consequences, if we show them we're actually out there looking for them, many will leave. So we knew a large population would leave, and over 1.5 million have. But what's to come? ICE is getting 10,000 more agents. Right now, they got 5,000 deportation officers. We're tripling the size of the workforce. We're adding more detention beds. We're adding more flights and more transportation. Wow. So the numbers are going to explode here this next coming year.
So now, when they said that they was going to start flooding the zone, I guess that's what he means by flooding the zone. What do you guys think about those comments? Let me know. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, give me all the money in your pocket. No, you don't do that. Don't do that. But you know what I would appreciate? Get those likes up to get more people over here, because we're about to get into it, you guys. How many people here actually watch Jimmy Kimmel? How many people miss him? How many people think that he said what? I want to get into the definition of what he really said. Do you guys feel as if he said something detrimental, very bad towards Charlie Kirk? I really want to know this from you guys. So let's get into it.
ABC is pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely over the host's comments about Charlie Kirk.
This decision comes after FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr threatened to take action against Disney, which owns ABC. In a monologue Monday, Kimmel said the MAGA gang was trying to characterize Kirk's killer as anything other than one of them and score political points.
Okay.
ABC's decision came shortly after Irving-based Nexstar, a local TV ownership group, announced it would stop airing Kimmel. Kimmel has not responded.
I want to know what you guys
President
have to
Trump
say
called the
about
decision, quote, great news for America.
No.
And said that NBC should cancel both its late-night shows, which include frequent criticism of him. Several U.S. companies will invest more than $200 billion into Britain over the next decade.
Yeah, the big announcement came on the second.
Yeah, so you guys, I want to know what you think about that. I see a lot of people over there saying that they don't feel like he said anything that was too like detrimental, too bad, too like wrong. Also, we got to be careful of con people, because I have to look at this story in many ways, but I'm not going to go there early. I'm going to let you guys experience this story right here. We're getting right into the lead story right now because that's the way it was in the lineup. That's right. Starbucks really wrote loser on a Charlie Kirk Memorial Cup. Shocking twist. Let's go, you guys. What do you think about this? You go into Starbucks to get something and they wrote loser on your cup. I know it's a bad word, but would you take it in this manner? Let's go, you guys. Let's go.
Is it you? Did I loser on my mom's cup yesterday? No, not you.
This is Chicago Northwest Starbucks. Now, Starbucks shuts its doors, but now the company hits back. For that time, I guess they closed the Starbucks down when that customer came in there and said, hey, why did you write loser on my mom's cup? Now we got the truth behind the Starbucks loser cup.
One of these guys. This is the morning crew right here. It's one of these guys. Was it you? Did you write loser on my mom's cup yesterday?
So he says a viral video alleged Starbucks employees wrote loser on a Charlie Kirk Tribute drink order. Again, we at this show are saying allegedly as well. We don't know if this is true or not, allegedly.
Yesterday? No, not you. Who does the mobile orders? You do the mobile orders? Were you working yesterday morning? Were you working yesterday morning?
The incident centered around a Norwood Park Starbucks location, sparking online outrage and heated backlash.
Did you write loser on my mother's cup when she ordered a tea 24 hours ago? I don't know why you're smiling right now. Okay. I told you I don't want corporate bureaucracy. I want immediate action. Braden, were you working yesterday morning?
Okay, Jacqueline Garrettson, a conservative caucus Illinois state director, said her mother-in-law received the marked cup Tuesday.
Did you write loser on my mother's cup? You know who did? It's odd, isn't it? It's odd. It's odd, isn't it? Pretty odd. Odd that you don't know who would write that.
I called in yesterday after this incident happened. I'm sure you've heard about it. Yeah. So my mother.
So now Garrettson Post demanded accountability, encouraging followers to call Starbucks and lodge immediate corporate complaints. She's talking to the manager right now. The Mint Majesty. They wanted to buy the Mint Majesty in honor of Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, and this is written on her card. And I'm sure your guys' phone lines have been ringing off the hook.
She says your phone lines are going to be ringing off the hook. She's threatening.
They're going to continue to ring off the hook.
Going to continue to ring off the hook until something happens.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure. Who was here? We're looking for not corporate bureaucracy.
Right.
I want immediate accountability.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
He wants immediate accountability, guys. The viral video included a man confronting staff, threatening public protests if accountability was not immediate.
And if not, I will have this whole intersection lined with patriots today.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
He's not playing.
I'm not. That's my mother.
I guess I can't divulge what is happening.
I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl. So immediately after that, Starbucks confirmed that the location they closed briefly on Wednesday, but denied responsibility after reviewing the time-stamped store closed-circuit television. Here we go, y'all. The company said the offensive note appeared to be added after the beverage was handed to the customer. Gotcha. Starbucks emphasized that there was no employee misconduct was found, and the Norwood Park store was since reopened on Thursday. Let's keep on moving, you guys. That was a pretty long story. It was our headline. You guys probably thought it didn't have any merit, but yes, it did, because when it came to the end of the story, they was lying. They was basically lying. Come on now, why you always lying? Why you always lying? Trying to rob Starbucks, trying to get a settlement. They are not stupid. They checked the video. You made it real easy for them. How many of y'all appreciate that story right there? If you do, double tap the screen and get those likes up. Take that energy with you, and let's keep on moving, y'all. Good versus evil. Jasmine Crockett is under fire for her latest Kirk comments. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Why you
Turning Point USA played this video of Charlie's final visit to Utah Valley University. Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz was in that crowd that day, and he joins us now. Jason, what are your reflections as we remember the life and legacy of Charlie. What a beautiful memorial service yesterday was, right?
I was so inspired. Our whole family was inspired. Look, there were 4 members of our family that had gone there. I had texted Charlie in advance of the meeting and said, "Hey, we want to get together." You know, I went out with Ice that morning and invited him to come along. He said he couldn't. And for him to be assassinated in our own backyard is beyond words. But the way Erica Kirk handled it, that inspiration, the way she exhibited Christ-like approach to this was just totally inspiring. I think the president's been a rock in all this, and J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio inspired us all. It was a great event and very uplifting, and something I think will continue the rest of our lives.
You know, Jason, I've been watching the other side of the political aisle to see how they were going to respond to this. Will they lower the temperature, unify, change their ways? Unfortunately, yesterday I was watching Representative Crockett, and this is what she had to say.
One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color, because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was, specifically to us.
On the day of the memorial.
She's never heard Charlie Kirk. You listen to the message of Charlie Kirk said, "Hey, if you disagree, let's talk it out." It's so rare. You know, when I was first elected to Congress, Lawrence, I really did think we all believed in the same thing. We just had different ways of getting there. When I left Congress, I was convinced, no, that's not true. This is a fight of good versus evil.
Speaking of good versus evil, number 1. Number 2, with Jasmine Crockett saying that Charlie Kirk was against people of color, I want to just get into something very small. This is a very small clip that I found yesterday from a person of color that actually did a tribute in his own way. He has a pizza shop.
To make a Charlie Kirk pizza? All right, let's do it. For your mercy never fails me.
And he's basically got music playing in the background, but I can't let it play. And it was very emotional music. But this is a Mexican man. His profession is making pizza. So people might think that he's, going to strike on an evil manner and do it a certain way, right? I can't let that go. It's the goodness of God. You guys know the song. So this is his tribute and what he can do. Thought that was gonna go another way, right? But he flipped that back on you. Ha ha. Check this out. I might get in trouble for that little bit of music in the background, but I don't care. I don't care, because I need you guys to see stuff like that. Everybody don't feel the same way. Everybody doesn't have bad things to say about people. I do not know Charlie Kirk, but I do not believe that anyone should lose their life until God brings them home of old age. How about that? Because that's how long I want to live. Until God say, all right, Bugatti, time for you to get up out of here while I'm in my sleep. Let's do it like that. All this other people getting mad at me for whatever I got to say, because I could be taken out the same way, you guys. Let's keep it funky. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. You guys know what we're about over here. We're about keeping it 100. We play both sides of the coin. Even if you see a lot of Fox, a lot of MSNBC, a lot of whatever, we still play it all. That's how we get down over here. Not a Republican, not a Democrat, not an independent. I'm a human being who made this platform for everybody. That's why you can say what you want in the comments. We're going to keep on moving forward to Washington. And how much has decreased Byron Donaldson grills D.C. mayor over the efficiency of Trump's crackdown? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. I got a lot more to get to, you guys. I got to get a whole lot more clips out. Let's go.
I was able to have a conversation with a lot of the people from the Free DC organization. Some of them might still be in the room today. And that was the constant point that we came back to, that yes, under the law passed in 1973, your position was created, the DC City Council's position was created, but the ultimate authority for the federal district is still the United States Congress, and with the signature of the President of the United States. Would you agree with that assessment?
I would agree. I would agree, and I would also add it's within the power of this Congress to advance the DC statehood bill. By simple majority, this Congress can, like it has done for every state in the union outside of the first 13, admit DC as a state.
I'm glad you actually brought that up, because one of the reasons why I opposed the DC statehood bill is because the Constitution and the framers were actually quite clear that they did not want the federal district per se to be leveraged by a state or any state. And I think I had conversations with several residents of DC who were walking through the halls of Capitol Hill when then Speaker Pelosi was bringing that up. And I asked them two very important questions. If you want to have representation, why don't we allow that property to be re-annexed by the state of Maryland, which actually provided the land for the federal district to be created? Or would the citizens of the District of Columbia prefer not to be subject to federal income taxes as a result of them not having quote unquote representation? What's your thought on that?
I do think it's time to talk about what the district pays and what we get back. I do think it's time to have that conversation.
And that's a fair conversation to have. I got a couple questions for you. Let's get to the business of the matter. Since President Trump authorized the National Guard to be in DC, how much has crime decreased in the District of Columbia?
I think it's important, and I've noticed that this has happened throughout this conversation, that you talk about the National Guard and you don't talk about federal law enforcement. And the federal surge consisted of federal law enforcement, which MPD works with all the time. I'm talking about the FBI, the DEA.
Mayor Bowser, I'm really not trying to disrespect you, but how much has crime decreased?
Oh, I mentioned already and let me look at my numbers, that the federal surge produced a 39% decrease in violent crime.
39% decrease in violent
and that's
crime
on
in
top,
the nation's capital.
Let me just add, that's on top of the 26% decrease that we were already experiencing.
So it seems that the president's surge was more effective than your own efforts. What did you say?
It
Last time I checked, 39% is way higher than 26%. But let me move on.
But the full statistic is a little different.
Chairman Mendelson, I didn't ask you a question.
I know,
Relax,
but the
hang
full
on.
statistic is a little different.
Actually, Chairman, let me ask you this question, because you butted in. Now let me ask you.
Sure.
What is the current status of the Metropolitan Police Department in terms of staffing? How many officers do you have?
You wanted to talk.
I believe it's less than 3,100.
Okay. Is the MPD fully staffed?
In my view, no.
Question. Hold that point. Here's the question. So is a surge of federal law enforcement into the federal enclave, which the mayor has acknowledged is the primary responsibility of the federal government, isn't it simple logic to say that the president's surge has been helpful to safety and security in the District of Columbia, Chairman?
The additional law enforcement resources has been good. We work with those different agencies all the time. There was more of it, more of a good thing. National Guard is separate.
I think he made his point right there. I'll let you finish off, and we got to keep on moving. I just got too much to get into, you guys. I don't even understand why the story has not gotten out. Hyperbolic chamber, little boy, fire. Terrible story, you guys. Terrible story. Can't believe it. Check this out. I had to even queue it up because I can't even find it on anywhere else. This is in Detroit.
All right, our other top story tonight, the lawsuit says he paid the ultimate price for corporate greed. The family of a 5-year-old killed inside a hyperbaric chamber says they didn't get enough warning about the risks before it was too late. Today, lawyers for the family of little Thomas Cooper here announced a $100 million lawsuit against the clinic, the people who work there, and the manufacturer of that hyperbaric chamber. The 5-year-old was killed January 31st when a fire erupted in the chamber that he was in. Let's get to Pamela Osborne. She's live tonight. Pam, this lawsuit is in addition to the criminal charges, correct?
That's right, Kimberly. So this is a civil suit, and attorneys representing the Coopers, they say they are not doing well at all. Mom is physically recovering for those burns that she got when she tried to rescue her son from that hyperbaric chamber, and that's part of what's in this lawsuit. They say once Thomas was inside, once that fire started, there was no way to save him.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
In a lawsuit filed this morning in the Circuit Court of Oakland County, attorneys for the Coopers refer to the hyperbaric chamber where Thomas Cooper died as a death chamber.
See, the industry knows that these machines can turn into literally a firebomb in an instant. But yet, there isn't even one sticker. There isn't even one warning that's provided.
James Harrington, managing partner at Feiger Law, sharing these photographs of the chamber where 5-year-old Thomas was last alive.
Is a picture of the gurney where young Thomas was. He was right here.
The chamber, now in their possession, is being carefully examined by experts as part of their civil suit against not only the Oxford Center, but Seacrest Industries, the manufacturer of the chamber.
These machines, they were designed and manufactured without fire suppression. They were designed and manufactured without any type of deluge system, which is a water system that can help extinguish a fire.
Harrington says theirs is an industry in desperate need of oversight, noting after Thomas's death in January, another person died in a hyperbaric chamber made by a different company.
Yeah, we got to be careful out here, you guys. It's a terrible, tragic story right there. Of course, the only thing that's going on now is a civil suit. I will follow up and keep you guys up to date when it comes down to the criminal and whatever else goes on with this story right here. And yes, it was in January, but I just found out about it, and I don't know if you guys did, but I definitely want to pray for the soul of Thomas, the little innocent 5-year-old that lost his life, trying to get better and trusted people with his life when his little body got inside of that machine. Lord, please accept him into heaven in Jesus' name. And everybody that had something to do with it, as far as like that were made, the manufacturers, and just, I don't want to say that, but let's just take it to the family and to the friends. I hope that they're feeling stronger and coming through this. As you already heard, the mother needs to recover as well. We ask this in Jesus' name, amen. We keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to go to this merciless citizen after citizen ruthlessly went crazy in a what's this city council. I love to see Brandon Johnson get it handed to him, and oh my God, did they hand it to Brandon Johnson right now? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go over to Chicago.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. You spent over $574 million on illegal immigrants here in Chicago, Illinois since 2022. Now, you still feel like you have to harbor these illegals, which is not a good idea. And in my personal opinion, I don't think it's a good idea to challenge Tom Homan on this because he's trying to clean up our cities, Mr. Brandon Johnson. Now, let me just remind everybody here that Brandon Johnson is terrible with the budget. How is this $40 million credit line is going to work exactly? Because
throwback, December the 2024.
The key word is credit. So how much will we be using from this $40 million? And the real question is, how much will we be paying back? Now, you want to sit here, you and JB Pritzker want to puff out your chest and fight Tom Homan. We need Tom Homan here in Chicago. We need Donald Trump. And I don't want to see people like Pam Bundy and Kash Patel haul you up out of here and become prosecuted. I don't want to see that happen. But they will do their job if they have to, Brandon Johnson. Now, we are $1 billion in debt. That's absolutely insane. Kamala Harris, she spent $1 billion on her campaign less than a year, and she's $20 million in debt. So it's looking like Democrats are bad with money.
I just wanted to throw that back to you guys because, again, it's another city that's saying that we don't need help. We don't need the National Guard. What do you guys think about that? And I love to always bring it back to what? The people that actually have to do something with the situation, not just random people talking. Yes, it was a throwback, but it was still what? Conversation directly from the people in 2024. couple of months ago in December. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to go to Ukrainian drones. They was doing some real serious booming in Russia. And guess what? They got 10 of those bangs. I can't say those words, but let's go on and see what's going on with Russia and Ukraine real quick, y'all. Let's go. Cover your ears because it's about to go down. Here. I told you. I knew it. I remember this one. I was like, what the? Yeah. That's what Ukraine just did to Russia. That right there. Overnight strikes in Moscow damaged air defense in surrounding regions with at least 10 of those pow-pows right there. 10 of them. And this all the time, I keep on telling you guys, it keeps on happening in urban areas, meaning places where people live at. You don't see like an old school battlefield where people are running with muskets anymore. This is like where people live at. That's somebody's car right there. Keep on moving forward. We got this emergency service work throughout the night to clear debris, and flights to Moscow were diverted. So Ukraine's still fighting back, and this is what's going on that we don't hear about. Then we got this right here. Elsewhere is a heavy strike that destroyed a Russian military site. So yeah, Ukraine's still doing damage with their drones. I ain't trying to get in no trouble, so let me shut up. Mess around, that circle starts spinning. Yeah, y'all, that's what's going on right there. That was in the field right there. I don't know if you guys remember where those drones was like actually chasing people. It gets crazy out there. I don't want to be in the war. I pray for everybody that's in those wars, and I wish that the wars would just come to an end, because it's just politicians just going back and forth trying to gain more land and more money and more power. Yeah, that's how I feel about you, Mr. Zelensky. I mean, Putin. Yeah, Putin, you need to chill out really seriously. You need to chill out. All right, we're going to keep on moving forward right now. We got to get on over to one of our other lead stories about Sarah Ferguson, who was dropped from a children's charity over her Epstein affiliation. Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Make sure everybody know we're over here. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's go.
From Sarah Ferguson. After an email, the Duchess of York, a children's charity, is distancing itself from Sarah Ferguson. After an email the Duchess of York sent to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in 2011, calling him a, quote, supreme friend, resurfaced, Child Hospice Center Julia's House has issued a statement confirming they'll no longer be associating with the royal. The charity writes September 20.
Michelin innovates on the road. And
double
far
tap,
beyond.
double tap, get those likes up, y'all. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Become a member now. Hit that notification bell so that
Michelin,
you can know when we're on.
for
Let's
life.
keep on going.
22nd, per The Guardian, following the information shared this weekend on the Duchess of York's correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, Julia's House has taken the decision that it would be inappropriate for her to continue as a patron of the charity. We have advised the Duchess of York of this decision and thank her for her past support.
Everybody trying
the
to cut
separation
ties.
comes after 7 years of working together, with the Duchess becoming a patron of the organization in 2018. E! News has reached out to reps for Ferguson regarding the email and the Julia's House statement, but has not yet heard back. Sarah's ex-husband, Prince Andrew, has also faced scrutiny for his association with Epstein, who died by suicide in his prison cell in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. Ferguson's 2011 email was sent to Epstein weeks after she publicly distanced herself from him and a separate prostitution scandal involving minors, per the BBC. Ferguson, whose spokesperson said she wrote the email in response to threats from Epstein, allegedly wrote in the email, obtained by The Sun and the Daily Mail September 21st, "As you know, I did not, absolutely not, say the P word about you, but understand it was reported that I did. I know you feel hellaciously let down by me. You have always been a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend to me and my family." Following the correspondence being made public, a spokesperson for Ferguson emphasized her regret about her association with the disgraced financier.
She was not angry about her association. She was feeling bad that she got caught. That's what that was about.
Telling NBC News in a statement, "As they have always been, her first thoughts are with his victims." Then added of
Tim,
Epstein,
thank you so
like
much.
many
Love
people,
your
she
stuff.
was
Let's
taken in by
connect
his
about
lies.
this.
As
No
soon as
doubt.
she
Let's
was
get
aware
it.
of the
Let's get
extent of the allegations against him, she not only cut off contact, but condemned him publicly, to the extent that he then threatened to sue her for defamation for associating him with pedophilia. Ferguson had said publicly in 2011 that Epstein's actions were, quote, wrong, and he was rightly jailed for his actions. Her spokesperson added, she does not resile from anything she said then. This email was sent in the context of advice the Duchess was given to try to assuage Epstein and his threats.
So basically, you could be lying to us too about what that was about. Come on, Duchess, you know what that was about. You was trying to get back on his good side, trying to make sure that he probably didn't release any information that he had on your ass. Let's keep on moving forward. Hey, brother, love your stuff. Let's connect to do biz. Let's do it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Everything is appreciated, y'all. Go ahead and give me all the money out your pockets right now. That's not what I want, because I understand this hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. So I don't try to hit your pockets that much. I got a little bit of coffee in the kitchen. But what we could do, let's get those likes up, because we have the power to get more people over here so they can see what else we got going on. We're the #1 show on YouTube at this time, and we got the #1 co-host in the building. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got these parents that are outraged over this anti-ICE poster that was in their Academy Foundation classroom. I would be pretty peed off about something like this. I don't know who put this up on the wall, but somebody gonna have to answer for this.
We all can have our opinions and voice them, but in a positive manner. That shouldn't be there.
Community members are reacting tonight after an anti-ICE photo was posted in a National Academy Foundation high school classroom. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Maxine Stryker.
And I'm Kai Jackson. Now, the Baltimore City Public School headquarters has alerted that the image was posted in the classroom and it's also been removed.
But community members argue that more needs to be done to address the growing concerns.
Fox 45's Jeff Abel joins us live right now to speaking with residents. Jeff.
Well, school investigators here are struggling to explain how a politically charged message wound up on the walls of a public school. Many parents were never aware that it happened, but tonight they're demanding an explanation.
I don't think it would actually be right here at my doorstep.
At the National Academy Foundation in East Baltimore, parents are struggling to understand who's behind a poster, which many parents call offensive.
It's racist. It could be a kid, it could be an adult, a teacher, nobody knows.
On the walls of 2 separate classrooms, this is what students faced. A picture of a federal agent and the caption, "Can't spell cowardice without ICE. Show your face, Gestapo scum."
That's not a place for a classroom. We all can have our opinions and voice them, but in a positive manner. That shouldn't be there.
A lot of Hispanic kids who goes here at this school. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of racial slurs and outrageous comments like that.
Does it need to be in a classroom?
No, it does not need to be in a classroom.
Yeah, they trying to give it to the kids now, y'all. The innocent kids, the innocent babies, y'all. We got to watch out for the kids, not only with the little funky books that they trying to give our kids. We got to watch out for other stuff, too. Let's get into this TikTok situation right now, because you know we're about to get TikTok back, right? Did you know that ByteDance already sold their percentage? Let them tell it so you guys know what's going on. Let's go.
You've been covering TikTok for us for the past several years, but this deal marks a potential new chapter for TikTok in the US. And I know there's a lot we don't know, but let's just take a step back. What is President Trump saying? What do we know about this deal with China?
We've been hearing about a potential TikTok sale for many, many, many months now. And TikTok has been operating in the United States since January in violation of US law, because Donald Trump has suspended enforcement of that law, saying it's okay, we're close to a deal, we're going to get to a deal. And Trump is now saying we are not entirely there, but yet closer to that deal. Basically, that the two parties, the United States and China, have agreed to the basics of the deal. And the Trump administration hasn't offered a lot of details about what those basics are. But last night, the Chinese side of the negotiators offered a bit more detail. They said that the deal would involve TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance still controlling the algorithms that TikTok uses and licensing those algorithms to a new TikTok entity that would be owned by American companies in the United States.
What happens next? And would this deal require congressional approval? Well, the deal doesn't require congressional approval in the typical sense. It's not like it goes to a vote. But if the deal does, in fact, involve that licensure piece that the Chinese are saying it does, it likely violates a law that Congress passed last year.
Yep.
And that law said that ByteDance had to sell TikTok or TikTok was going to get banned. And by the way, if ByteDance does sell TikTok, that new TikTok entity, it shouldn't have any cooperation, and now I'm actually going to read from the statute, any cooperation with respect to the operation of a content recommendation algorithm or any agreement with respect to data sharing.
So yeah, even though you're going to license something out, that means you still own it. Ain't nobody stupid. You got lawyers talking to lawyers over there. Even I know that. Oh, we're going to license it to you instead of, homeboy, all you're doing now is telling me that you want a royalty or a 15% markup off the 85. Okay, but you still own it and I got to pay you, right? Ain't nobody stupid. Let's keep on moving forward to Los Angeles, where there's a body of the Bill's Naughty of that missing teen that was found in that Tesla has been linked to singer David. Yeah, and and it's been released to the family. You know that in the back of my mind. That TikTok song that went like crazy, that song right there, that's David. That's the guy that made that song. I don't know how to sing. I don't know. I just tried to do my best. But yeah, guess what? They released the body of the corpse, the daughter. She's 15 years old when she was discovered, and they saying she was 13 years old when she went missing.
The coroner has released the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez to her family. The missing Lake Elsinore teen was found in the trunk of an abandoned Tesla linked to rising star David. Now, so many questions remain unanswered, including Celeste's connection to David, how she died, and how
Brazil?
she ended up in the trunk of that Tesla.
KTLA's Sandra Mitchell looks at David's actions in the weeks and months before Celeste's body was found. She is live in Hollywood. Sandra.
Micah, it has now been more than 2 weeks since the mutilated body of that teenager was found. This case just keeps getting stranger. Fans now say that at some of his concerts, David actually performed with a coffin and funeral flowers on the stage. Still tonight, no arrest in the case.
That's too close for comfort to me.
From the trunk of a Tesla to her family in Lake Elsinore, tonight the body of teen homicide victim Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been released by the LA Medical Examiner. That development means the coroner has completed the autopsy and lab test in the case and likely has determined the cause of death. Still, there are no arrests in the case linked to R&B singer David. Sky 5 was overhead earlier this month when the 15-year-old's mutilated body was found in the Tesla registered to David. Police have not named him as a suspect, but family members apparently have said she had a boyfriend named David, and the two appear connected in their online posts and photos.
It's kind of surreal seeing, someone grow up and then just right before your eyes, they're gone.
It's been almost 1 week since LAPD homicide detectives searched the singer's rental home in the Hollywood Hills. LAPD confirming to KTLA that several items of evidence were recovered and that they are, quote, following up on several leads.
This really hits home as a mom, and this could have been anybody's kid.
Sunday night, a large crowd gathered for a candlelight vigil near Celeste's childhood home in Lake Elsinore. Hernandez disappeared in early 2024 when she was only 13 years old. Her family and LAPD not talking about the case. Fans note some of David's music is macabre. He performs in what looks like a bloody shirt with lyrics like "I killed you and I didn't even regret it." This song from David features a music video released in February. It shows a body being dragged and put in the trunk of a car.
It trips me out how people actually like to watch stuff like that and it mesmerizes them. I'm so for life that I could never be like bamboozled by that. Yeah, the songs sound kind of hip or whatever, but what's your message about, man? XXX extension, the same type of thing, man. You know what they say in the Bible, right? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Also, the things that you say out your mouth definitely come back to you. That's why I really try to police what I say over here. Really do. We already prayed for Celeste. We're going to continue to pray for her, as well as her family, as well as everybody that's been dealing with this tragic event. Hopefully you'll give them some strength and some resolve to actually get down to the bottom of this and find out who took this precious girl's life. Amen. Also, what you doing messing around with a 13-year-old, man? Let's get to that first. Homie, what are you doing messing around with a 13-year-old? Let's get to asking you that question. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got this pair of these two people that they did something that you probably wouldn't believe, and they're going to get 30 years in prison for it. I don't even want to say it, and she's all crying and everything in front of the judge. But watch, once you hear why they going to jail, you ain't going to feel so sorry for her after you find out what they tried to do to this man that literally was helping her out. Check this nonsense out right here. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
For this sentencing hearing, on the stand right now is a deputy describing his initial investigation.
All right. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead and take a seat.
Thanks, Lionel.
You may.
Good afternoon. Please state your name and spell your last name for the record.
Lionel Martinez Jr., Martinez.
Mr. Martinez, where are you employed?
With the Escambia County Sheriff's Office on October 9th. Being the only Spanish-speaking investigator on major crimes, I reviewed the report from the initial deputy and also the deputy who spoke with the victim at the hospital. I wanted to get firsthand statement from the victims. So I went up to Sacred Heart. He was still in the hospital. I spoke to him there, got some more details. He told me that he had met a female who had sent him a friend request on Facebook on October the 6th. That female reached out to him saying that she was hungry, wanted some food, asked for a pizza or some McDonald's, and he said, instead of that, can I get you some tacos? And she agreed to get him some tacos. He met with her to give him tacos, took her to her house. Uneventful that day. The following day, she reached out again to him, wanted to see him again. That's October the 7th. He said he was at work. He'd be there later tonight. He met up with her at the same little house. She said she had to run an errand, and he's like, well, let me drive. And she's like, no, you don't know where you're going. Let me drive. So they went, ran the errand, came back to the house. When they came back to the house, she went in the house, was in there for a few minutes, and then she returned back to the van. He stayed in the van with a black male this time. The black male got into the van. The victim said that the black male showed him a gun that he had got. He didn't think anything of it. It was like, okay. They were going to a cookout to an uncle's house. They drove him from that location to the uncle's house for the cookout. Once they were there, they had some drinks, they had some hamburgers. The victim wanted to leave, and they said, okay. So they went back. At that time, they told him, the black male began beating him with the pistol and his hands. Based on my investigation, I'll get to this. From there, they drove him. The female who spoke Spanish told him that this was a night that he was going to die, that they were going to drive him somewhere, take everything from him, and leave him there. So he said they drove for a while. They came to a bridge. They got him out. The male and female began to beat him some more, and then he felt a knife on his throat, and they slashed his throat from one ear to the other. After doing that, they picked him up, threw him over the bridge. He fell in the water. He felt the stinging on his neck, knew that he had been cut. Was able to swim to a little patch of land where, after swimming, was exhausted. By this time, it was almost
daylight, and he said,
Now, he don't even know how dude recovered, so he's into the story like, wow, this is how he actually made it. Wow. And that's him, by the way, over there with them crazy dreadlocks. I mean, them crazy locks. Because you guys don't like when I say the first part. But in his case, drills Ned Liz locks. Yeah.
waited there. Someone on a boat came over there, saw him. He waved them down for help. They didn't speak any Spanish. So they were able to bring him to shore. From that point, he walked from the marina to the Cumberland Farms, which is on Scenic Highway and Highway 90. There was a deputy there that was, starting his shift, getting some coffee, and was able to get medical attention, and that's how he ended up at the hospital.
Long story short, they got 30 years. They deserve it. I wanted you guys to hear it all. I know we ran long on that and we don't normally do it, but guess what? Sometimes we do because I want you to get the whole gist of what's going on there. Tell me that wasn't crazy. They thought that they had a victim right there and God was walking with him. How you get your thrills note, kills nut from ear to ear like that and survive? I don't know, but guess who was with him? The man upstairs. And guess what? Wasn't his time to go. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys, because you know we got much more coming down the pipeline. Let's keep on moving. We got to keep on moving. Don't stop. No, that kissing bug I told you about that tried to jump through the window at me yesterday. That bug that's going all around that you think, oh, it's pretty, it's red. Oh, what is it doing? It's trying to jump on your face to kiss you on the cheek. I'm going to explain it to you right now, y'all. Anytime you see one of them, I do recommend you stomp it or get away from it. Because for some reason, they really at us right now.
All right, new this morning, researchers say the kissing bug disease is now endemic in the United States and not getting the attention it needs. There are new warnings that cases are being dramatically undercounted. Let's get to CNN Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who is here with us. First of all, I keep on reading this headline. What exactly are we talking about here with the kissing bug, and what does it mean to be endemic?
Yeah, so it sounds pretty innocuous, right? Maybe not that bad. Call it the kissing bug. This is Chagas disease, C-H-A-G-A-S disease. A lot of people haven't heard of it because typically up until recently it's something that's been sort of confined to the tropics, to Mexico, Central America, South America. But like we've seen with other things, John, over the last couple of decades, as weather has gotten warmer, some of these tropical diseases have started to move further and further north. So I think we have a map. The map, you'll see sort of you're seeing Chagas disease now, kissing bug disease. In several states, dark blue states are where it's endemic, and that basically means it's there as opposed to just people traveling to other places and bringing it back with them. They're actually getting infected in those states. That's what endemic means. So, y'all
need to add New York because that joint climbing my building. Serious, like Spider-Man.
We're seeing it more and more. Kissing bug disease, it's called that because these bugs, these kissing bugs, typically bite you on the face. And they leave this sort of characteristic mark. When that happens, they oftentimes drop the parasite onto your face as well. And people will scratch at that, and that'll stick the parasite into your skin, and that's what causes the infection. I think we have a couple of pictures of what this looks like, a chagoma, which is a typical sort of lesion that people get on the skin. It's pretty characteristic. There you see it. It can also oftentimes, John, get into the eyelids. People oftentimes will rub their eyes and inadvertently put that parasite into their eye, and that causes a pretty characteristic of the eye, something known as Ramona sign. I think there you go. There's a picture of that as well. Yeah, it doesn't look good, but that's pretty characteristic of Chagas as well, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, I'm trying to put you guys on. That's what that bug can do. It'll kiss you for a reason. That's why it's trying to kiss you. It ain't kissing you to say, hey, oh, you so cute. It's trying to put a parasite up in you. Kill that bug or get moving. That thing is fast, too. It tried to jump. Boom, I caught it one time. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm thinking it's like a gnat. No, it came back trying to get me again. I was not playing. Hey, whoosh, damn you. No. Kissing bug, get away from me. You tried to kill my master. No. Do me a favor, y'all. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're trying to get up to 60,000 subscribers now. Because yesterday, We made our mark yesterday. We made our mark yesterday, and we made 50,000 subscribers. That's right, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward because now, what I got for you? Let's get on to Connecticut because this one, sometimes when you feel like you're at the peak of something and you're doing really good, sometimes you make a mistake and you do something terribly, tragically wrong, and you start spending money, you start getting further in debt. Let's get into this story right here. You guys, sometimes when your business is not doing good, the answer is not to do illegal things. It's to try to do something legal to keep moving. Sell something.
Tonight, we begin with the arrest of Gina Laurie, a woman once seen as a rising star in the Connecticut restaurant industry.
The owner of the Place to Be has locations from New Haven to Hartford to Springfield, is now accused of stealing $10,000 worth of restaurant equipment.
CJ's Bob Wilson has the story.
That's it.
The Place to Be, a West Hartford staple in Blueback Square. The owner, 33-year-old Gina Laurie, started her first restaurant in the south end of Hartford as a breakfast place, then opened up another one in Hartford, then Springfield, West Hartford, and most recently, New Haven. Talking to News 8's Dennis House about her plans for the future.
I tell you one thing, her nose is so sharp, she can cut a newspaper. She better be careful. She ever read a newspaper, she gonna slice it right in half.
Definitely want to go national. I would love to be in Miami. I would love to be in cities that are just going to give us a lot of exposure.
I ate there once.
I've never been there.
I really liked it. Their food was really good. Nice place. It's a good location.
Now, Laurie in trouble from a severe cockroach infestation in West Hartford to this week's arrest charged with larceny for allegedly writing a bad check for more than $10,000 worth of restaurant equipment.
I heard that she was behind in her taxes. I've heard that she wasn't paying debts that she owed, and she had another place she was trying to open, and that.
Look at that. People know your business in the street. They already know what you're going on. Gina, they know that you ain't had no money, girl. Why are you out here writing checks to people that you know you ain't had no money for? You should have known better than that. Then trying to open up new locations. Guess what she got? Locked up. Now she got to pay some bail. She might do a bankruptcy and a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully she gets back on her feet. Some people like the food, not trying to knock her. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got this situation right here that I think you guys may be interested in. It's sad occurrence, but guess what? I need to bring it to pass. You guys have any children, especially in the New York area, anywhere that there's trains, they got this new thing called subway surfing, and it's going crazy on the internet where kids actually jump on top of the train and they surf the train. Yeah, well, let me let you guys see what's going on and what's been going on with that, because it has not been going good for specific children. And we really got to make sure that we're taking care of our own and making sure that they don't get caught up in crazy stuff like this. This social media stunt's costing kids their lives, y'all.
The troubling trend on social media that's leading to real-life dangers, often involving kids. Anna Schechter, senior coordinating producer for CBS News' Crime and Public Safety, is here with the story. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Kelly. It's known as subway surfing. People hitching rides on top of fast-moving subway trains. It's not only dangerous, it's illegal. And here in New York City, police are taking to the sky in an effort to tackle this problem. This was 15-year-old Zachary Nazario just 2 months before he died while subway surfing on a New York City train.
When I saw him in the funeral, I just fell on my knees. I couldn't even get up.
When his mother, Norma, accessed his cell phone after he died, she discovered dozens of videos of Zachary riding atop the trains, posted to social media by his friends.
Maybe he was introduced, or maybe he watched one video, like I said, those algorithms, and he was bombarded with all that.
She's now suing the parent companies of TikTok and Instagram for allowing the dangerous internet trend to go viral. In the last 3 years, there have been 16 deaths and 20 people injured, according to the New York City Police Department. And the people doing it are young. The average age is just 14 years old. That means there are kids even younger.
Yeah, our youngest death was 11, and that's really frightening when you think of an 11-year-old who passed away from doing this while riding at the top of a subway.
NYPD Transit Chief Joseph Galata says each one of these children stays with him. So these are all drone feeds coming in.
Correct. So these two are drone feeds up here.
This is the drone that the NYPD, the New York City Police Department, is using to fly up over these subway cars to make sure that nobody has climbed up and is riding on top. And how high do these things go?
They can actually go up to like 1,000 feet.
We look at the data, we look at the 911 calls, we see what's going on. Each week, each Monday, we come up with a deployment plan, and then we send our teams out there and we make sure we save lives.
These drone operations have helped stop more than 200 people since 2022, according to the NYPD. One of those drones deployed carries an image of Zachary Nazario, allowing him in some way to be part of the solution.
Sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough. I have to continue, which I'm not going to stop, definitely.
Now, TikTok's parent company ByteDance and Meta have denied any wrongdoing. And in a statement to CBS News, Meta says videos encouraging subway surfing violate its policies and are removed when detected. They say they will continue to work with the MTA to address the issue, and they'll vigorously defend themselves against the suit.
They're going to vigorously defend themselves against the lawsuit, you guys. They saying that they ain't got nothing to do with it. They try their best. That's what they saying, you guys. What do you think? Do you think TikTok, Facebook, and the parent companies are responsible for pushing videos like this to people? Because sometimes you might watch a little video, the next thing you know, you're getting bombarded with them, because that's what they're thinking, like, hey, this person's likes that video. Same way like when I tell you guys to hit that like button, it's the same thing. What do you guys got to say about that? Where you get your suit from, player? Say hi. Okay, note. Let's get Trill Star up out of here. The internet makes monthly indestructible. No, go ahead and leave them. Leave them alone. They wasn't talking about me. Go ahead and leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. I thought they was getting at me. OG, it's way too early to push this nonsense on me. Well, get the hell out of here then, Jay. Ain't nobody asked you to come. Kick a rock for a block and take off your sock before you do it, Jay. You don't got to be here. You grown just like us. I tell that to the trolls all the time. You grown. You can do just like this. You ain't got to be here. I mean, I would appreciate if you stay, because if you like the content, but if you're hating this early in the morning, I think you need to pray. That's what I really think you need, because I'm not the problem. You need to look inside yourself. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because now let's make Jay smile with this singing French bulldog. He's got a crazy, funny reaction to a talking toy. Come on, Jay. Before we get you up out of here, because I don't really want to, I'd rather make you smile. How about that, Jay? I'm get rid of some hate with some smiles for you. That's what I got for you. I got a smile for you, Jay. Come on, let's go, Jay. Let's go. What is that? Looks mighty suspicious. Come on, Father. Be giving a shout out right now. You know we love the animal. You know we love the animal. Opens it immediately. And what could it be? A firkin plant? You kidding me? Sniff, sniff, test. Y'all know it's about to go down, right? Y'all know it's about to go down, right?
Do you want to try to sing a song? Are you going to sing? Do you think the cactus can sing your song?
Come on, Jay. Jay smiles. It's fun, right? Come on, Jay.
Okay, let's try.
Chill out. Come on, keep on trying. That was beginner's luck. Come on. Time for a duet. Oh my gosh. My mother would be like, Sing your song, baby. Sing your song. Right now, my mother be like, sing your song, baby. Sing your song. I miss mommy, and that's the person that introduced me to dogs and animals, and that's why I love them so much. But if you're trying to make some money, hit that link in the description so that you guys can fill out a survey. I got up to about $500 up in the surveys today. You'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, if you're trying to become a member, make sure that your payment situation is straight. Make sure that you're not using an Android phone sometimes, because if you're trying to become a member, it won't even show the button. We just figured that out. Also, if you're trying to promote your business, maybe you're a lawn doctor, maybe you're a barber, I don't know what you do. You could be a traveling salesman, whatever you do. And if you're a member here and you're already subscribed to the channel, you know what I want you guys to do? Go ahead and send over your promo in a 1080 by 1080 size frame to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We cleared out the email. It was full yesterday, but we cleared out the email so we can get all you guys' emails now. It's bridgethisllc@gmail.com, 1080 by 1080 size scale to make sure that it fits. We want to help you guys promote your business too. That's right. Also, if you guys are in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens, y'all know we got that talent show, right? But we happen to be going to be in the Bronx at the Throgs Next Superstore, October the 4th. That's right, you guys. We're doing that tasting. That's right, you guys. The tasting and Show Your Talent search. That's where you come. Let us hear your music, see your dancing, know what your talent is. You could be a chef. I don't know what you do, but if you're good at it, it's a talent. And we want to make sure you get paid for it. You'll be able to make $250 if you win that borough. And then when it's all said and done and we do the grand finale, one person is going to step away with $1,000. That's right, you guys. I'm your boy Bugatti NYC. I will be there hosting it as well. And it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. You guys want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Fill out the first page where the mailing list says, join the mailing list. We'll know where you guys are. We'll respond and get you guys the location. You come through. Even the people that don't want to be a part of the talent show, join the mailing list. We're going to let you guys know where the location is. You can come just check out the talent show. You can come just be a part of it if you're going to be in New York. Also, the people that are not in New York, we're going to be broadcasting live. So don't worry about it, you guys. You're still going to be able to be a part of the fun. Let's give out some shout outs real quick before we get up out of here. We got Casey. We got George up in the building. We got Trill Star. Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice, for staying on point. Also, you guys do know Mark Dorfman in the building. We have a Discord. Go look for our Discord. You don't have to stop the conversation in the comments. You guys can keep it going. Our bottom line. Yes, go to Discord and keep the conversation going. That's right. That's what we want to do, because we know that we have an ecosystem here of people that always work with each other outside of the lines of the show. And that's what we're all about. Staying in touch and staying connected. That's what we're all about, you guys. Have a fantastic day, Liberty and Justice. That's right, Casey, my brother, Mark Dorfman. Who else we got up in the building? Who's that up there? I see you, Batty Lynn. Thank you so much for stepping in and being here today. Want to pray for everybody and make sure that everybody up under the sound of my voice is safe, secure, has a fantastic Wednesday. Drink your water, you guys, and make sure that you cover my people. Make sure that they're safe out there, you guys. We ask that in Jesus' name. Amen. You guys, it's Wednesday. It ain't the weekend yet. Get to work. Do what you got to do. Problems present opportunities. Stop worrying about the problem so much. Look at it head on. Go for it. Keep on banging at it until you get it done. No give ups over here, because as long as he give us another day to keep it moving, we're going to keep on doing just that. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let's get on to this StreamYard situation so that we can get this text flipped around. I see you guys in the comments talking. We're going to get to it. With that being said, get them. Peace. One.